You're now live with me, G3, and tonight we are going to have the one and only Mr. Dingdong Dantes as a season 4 ender for our show Live with G3. And we were already talking, but there was a technical problem. So let us check if he is here. Ayan na siya, Dingdong Dantes, Dong Dantes. Mr. Dingdong Dantes. There, let's send a request. Hello. Parang wait. We're having something.
Ayan!
Hi!
Hello! Hello, G3. Kamusta ka?
Okay, finally we got through. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can see you loud and clear. Look so beautiful.
Thank you. You look very handsome tonight. Are you broadcasting from your house?
Yes, from my
Are
home.
you drinking tonight? Did Perry tell you to drink?
Aba, syempre. Kanina pa.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Kampay, chin-chin.
Ano lang?
Hoy, Dong!
Konti-konti lang.
Congratulations! Dalawang Best Actor. Best Actor for Descendants of the Sun at GEMS and Cinema Advocate Awardee at the Film Ambassadors Night. How do you feel about your 2 back-to-back wins?
Well, talagang I owe these, recognitions sa GMA and sa Descendants of the Sun kasi napakaganda naman kasi talaga ng material. Alam mo, kahit sino siguro talagang gumanap doon ay maaaring 'di ba, makakuha ng ganito. But more importantly, it's the fact that we embraced, this type of a story, especially sa panahon ngayon kasi isipin mo when we were shooting it mga early last year, syempre wala pang pandemic noon. Kami yung inabutan ng lockdown eh. Hindi pa namin
kaya yun?
hindi pa namin natatapos yung show noon. So we had to finish it at some point. So ang nangyari, nag-resume kami nung September, tapos tinapos namin siya. So parang naputol sa ere. So sobrang memorable siya in so many levels dahil bukod sa yung kwento niya, ay tungkol sa mga sundalo, sa mga nurse, sa loob ng isang gera. Parang I felt that, as I was shooting it back in September, parang alam mo yung pakiramdam na nasa gera din tayo pero in a different kind of a war. Pero
exactly.
Ngayon, and then we have the frontliners, so parang nakaka-sentimental lang na yung mga karakter ay talagang totoong-totoo dun sa mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran natin.
Fan ka ba ng mga Korean drama?
Well, ito at saka yung Crash Landing.
Of
Kasi
course!
yung misis ko talagang baliw na baliw doon. Grabe, ibang klase. Hindi na ako pinapansin.
ka ba kay Captain Ri or parang ikaw rin parang I understand?
Well, kasi ang pogi naman kasi talaga ni Kuya eh. Sabi ko, pambihira talaga. Tapos nung nakita ko sa bench yung standee niya, sabi ko, kaya naman pala.
Tsaka naalala ko rin yung mga bench billboards mo dati sa may Valenzuela. Naalala ko yun. Wait,
pero
Dong,
alam mo ang galing kasi I learned I'm still learning so much from these yung mga Korean material, lalong-lalo na how they mount simple yet very meaningful stories. Napakaswabe ng execution, tapos yung emotion. So kahit alam mo yun, parang hindi mo I don't know I don't know the guy, I don't know the characters personally, pero parang talagang mauhook ka sa characterization nila. And I guess yun yung isa sa mga bagay na ito yung isa sa mga dahilan kaya sobrang patok na patok sila sa mga Pilipino.
Napakagaling nila mag-craft ng characters. Tas yung tama kaya yung mounting, iba yung tama ng ilaw sa kanila, di ba? I think it's their place in the equator. Cheers. Tagay muna tayo. Cheers. Kampay. Chin-chin.
Yeah.
So, Dong, I wanna ask you, parang in a time when like our industry is, labeled as non-essential, di ba? Parang yung industry kasi natin non-essential.
Yeah.
What do these 2 new awards mean to you and where do you think our industry is going, is headed to?
Well, at first, medyo talagang papalag ka at mag-argue ka for us being non-essentials. But in a time like this, we really just have to support each other, especially in terms of capitalizing on what we can do best para mas may angat yung buhay ng mga tao. And having said that, parang kailangan ma-recognize natin, being in the industry, what our capacity and capability really is. And that is that is the fact that we tell stories. Diba? So, paano tayo makakatulong sa panahon na ganito? Rather than parang, being very, very siguro defensive about us not being an essential commodity. Pero siyempre, at a certain point, magre-reconcile naman ang lahat ng yan. It's just really sa focus lang. But that's true, sobrang, I personally believe na tayo isa sa pinaka-apektado because of the nature of our work, di ba? I mean, you write story, you make story, you create stories. Kami, we interpret stories. And parang imagine, just recently, sinabi na hindi, Metro Manila, hindi pa rin talaga pwedeng manood ng mga tao sa pelikula. Hindi pwede pa rin pumasok sa sinehan. I mean, kahit na gustong-gusto nating gawin yan, naiintindihan natin na hindi talaga, baka hindi pa rin talaga dapat muna. Because syempre may kaakibat na health risk, di ba? And not just for us, but so many people.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it's really just finding that opportunity of being helpful in that whole cycle of recovering. And I buti nga kung nagre-recover na tayo, but I would like to believe we're getting there. Pero syempre, it's gonna be a long process. But storytellers and us being the nation's storytellers will always play a very important role in anything, di ba? Kahit anumang kwento ng lipunan.
That's correct. Kasi parang tayo kasi yung tagapagsalaysay. So tayo yung essentially yung kaluluwa. Diba? We are the soul of the storytelling of the nation and stuff like that. You are the chairman of AKTOR. Diba? You founded this during the pandemic. Tell us about that organization.
Oh, well, hindi lang naman ako to. Maraming mga aktor ang kabilang sa founding members. Again, nangyari to nung panahon ng pandemic, nung nag-umpisa yung lockdown. On May 30 last year, mag-1 year na, a group of actors just came together. Pinag-usapan namin yung mga problema sa industriya, yung mga takot namin dahil syempre nga hindi namin alam kung anong magiging kinabukasan natin. Di industriya ka rin, di ba? Dahil sa sitwasyon ngayon, paano kaya tayo pwede magtulungan moving forward? So, ang daming ideas, di ba? But more importantly, it was a night wherein we all had the same goal. Kumbaga, nag-dream kami, gusto natin sana maging ganito. And then we just said na, tara, gawa tayo ng something. I mean, the only way for this to move forward is for us to be united as a community and, have common goals and beliefs and just push the agenda forward.
That's true. And I think like the pandemic really pushed forward the idea of, like content democracy. It doesn't matter like which station you come from. It doesn't matter which production house you come from. I think it birthed, this kind of unity between us creatives, between us in the industry, diba? You were also instrumental in, parang this new shift to a different platform, the online platform. There was a Himala night. Of course, we were all mentored under Ricky Lee, diba? You directed your wife. Diba? Parang iconic kasi yung Nora Honor monologue na yon, diba? And, parang I think this was back in June or July. I don't remember. Basta, this was in 2020. It was the height of the pandemic. And when I was watching it, sabi ko, wow. Kasi kasama yung motivation, di ba? Dun sa clip. Kasama yung motivation. What was it like directing your wife in an iconic scene na talagang CNN hailed as the best Asian movie?
Oh my God. Alam mo, ano yan eh. Ito kasi kwento dyan. Hindi talaga dapat ako yun. Si Direct Mike Toviera talaga dapat yun. Kasi yun yata yung parang setup nung project na yun na may isang actor na mag-i-interpret at may isang director na maggagabay at saka mag-interpret din together with the actor or actress. So dahil syempre sa mga limitasyon ng pandemic nung time na yun, and at that time, yun yung height ng kapraningan. Syempre, wala pang swab yata nun. So parang syempre yung physical interaction was parang the last on the list of every person, 'di ba, in this planet. So napagkasundoan namin na ni Direct Mike na, Dong, ito na lang yung kailangan gawin, tapos baka you can supervise and then, we can just collaborate. Sabi ko, sige po, Direct, basta kung ano man, kung anong kailangan gawin. Si Marian, nung time na yun, medyo kinakabahan siya, natatakot siya dun sa responsibilidad dahil, siyempre, imagine, yung monologue ni Nora Honor, gagawin niya, parang, sabi niya, naku, paano yan? I mean, alam ko interpretation yan, pero siyempre, iba yung original, di ba? Parang, sabi ko, yun naman yung maganda about it because at least you can give your take on it and pwede natin gawing modern, etc. etc. So that's why we had two approaches. Yung unang atake ay yung traditional, tapos last minute naisip namin, gawa ka kaya ng ngayon, yung talagang walang kinalaman doon sa... Kasi para it was supposed to be a
Umadlib siya dyan, di ba?
Straightforward. Straightforward reading. So, ginawa namin, gawin natin na yung situation ay ikaw ay isang health worker na nasa ibang bansa. Tapos, nasa Zoom ka. Yung Zoom na yun, nung time na yun, talagang kakaputok pa lang yung Zoom noon. Di ba? Lahat ng tao bilang nasa Zoom. Di ba? So, kunyari, nasa Zoom. Tapos, yung situation, then just be true to the script. Tapos yun, doon lumabas yung kanyang interpretasyon ng obra ni Sir Ricky Lee. So kaya kahit ako nung pinapanood ko siya, manghang-mangha ako sabi ko.
Ako super. As in parang wow, like hands down. Kasi 'di ba, it was a tall order. It was a very iconic scene, but sabi ko wow. Tsaka yung kasi yung connection with the director and the actor. Syempre, parang understandably, kayo lang yung magkakaroon ng gano'n. And it was very, very wonderfully executed. In the pandemic, you also came up with Dingdong, di ba, the delivery app. Tapos parang ang dami mong partners na talagang creme de la creme of the industry. Where did this, I know that you always had, a heart of service, you wanted to help, but what was the genesis of this idea, Dingdong?
The idea started even before the pandemic, but it was just put on hold. In fact,
wow.
Yeah, in fact, not just put on hold, but I really said na parang partners, let's not do this anymore because we realized how difficult it was to mount something like this, no? Especially in this age wherein we have so many big players and I at that time I was busy doing movies, TV shows. So parang my mind wasn't really there. Although yung experience was kasi sa development sector dictates that kailangan we always have to think of ways on how to help sustainably na hindi lang basta-basta kung tutulong kay one time tapos aalis ka na. So
that's true.
And then it was just a matter of marrying opportunities. Like for example, flash forward to lockdown, again, yung industry natin, one of the greatly hit and greatly affected, plus so many other people. So sabi ko, I think there's an opportunity here. Why not marry my work dun sa Yes Pinoy Foundation and also something that has to do with technology, and create something that is sustainable. So right now, we're still a work in progress. We're about to launch, hopefully very, very soon. So, ito, talaga to.
Very exciting. Yeah.
Ito, baby to ng dalawang ganong great ideas. And nabanggit mo nga, nagpapasalamat ako kasi hindi ko naman magagawa mag-isa yan. I am so fortunate to have brilliant partners and people
Galing ng partners mo rin. Super. Galing
to really trust, and believe in the vision.
Whoa, very connected.
Ayun.
Hello, can you hear
So,
me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Ikaw naman, kamusta ka? So, season 4 mo na to.
Ender kita!
Oh, diba?
Salamat. Ang tagal na kitang nililigawan kay Perry, siguro mga 3 weeks, 4 weeks na.
Oh,
sobrang gusto mo.
Naalala ko yung huling usap pa natin doon sa
bar mo!
Tipsy Pig. Hindi, Tipsy Pig kaya.
Sa Tipsy Pig, hindi ko na maalala yun. Pero,
matagal na yun.
Kamusta yung bar mo?
Kaka-open pa lang. So si Versus, I think magto 2 weeks pa lang siya. Pero syempre, kumakapa-kapa pa
Kailangan
rin.
mag-adapt so para maging restaurant siya,
Yes.
parang ganyan, di ba?
Oo. But syempre, keeping in mind, at least yung pinaka minimum na safety protocols.
That's true. That's true. Wait, so ikaw nagde-deliver ka talaga or photo op lang yon? Nagde-deliver ka talaga as Dingdong?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Totoo ba?
Alam mo, ano yun eh, hindi mo kasi malalaman yung pain points ng isang, or let's say, ng anything that you do. Kahit sabihin mo, ihahambing ko siya sa pagiging padre de pamilya. Alright? So, kunyari, sabihin mo, magrereklamo ka, bakit kaya hindi malinis to? Bakit madumi ganyan? Bakit magulo? Kasi siguro hindi mo na-experience how to do it, di ba? And para gawin nila yon, kailangan maipakita mo na kaya mo siyang gawin at nagagawa mo siya ng kahit naman hindi tama. Pero naiintindihan mo yung proseso. And I think yun yung isa sa mga bagay na ipinangako ko sa sarili ko nung pumasok ako dito.
On the ground talaga.
Sabi ko, buo yung aking vision dito, buo yung aking advocacy. Alam ko yung gusto ko. And in order for me to really understand and, make something out of my resources, kailangan maunawaan mo ng matindi, di ba? Kung ano yung prosesong pinagdadaanan. And
very
only
immersive.
Then, siyempre, makakapag-isip ka ng kung anong pwedeng gawin para mas mapa-uplift pa yung kalagayan ng mga taong katrabaho mo.
Saka napaka-sweet kasi ikaw yung nagde-deliver ng mga orders sa mga dried flowers ni Yan, di ba?
Pero alam mo, nakakatakot. Alam mo, yun ang pinaka-nakakatakot na customer ko. Kasi syempre, dried flowers yun.
Hindi
mabali lang yung isa doon. Mabali lang isa doon. Nako po, di ba? Parang, oh my God, hindi pwede. Kaya talagang with utmost care, di ba? Tender loving care, kailangan sobrang swabe yung pag-deliver.
Pero nakapag-bakasyon kayo lately, kamusta? Like, what are the things that you enjoy about being a family man in a time of pandemic like this? Cheers muna tayo, Taga. Ano iniinom mo?
This
Tubig?
is vodka.
Okay. Straight?
Yeah, on the rocks, sorry.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Chin. Okay, so what do you enjoy most about being a family man in a time like this?
Kasi, for the past 20 years or even more, parati ako on the road. Mula nung pumasok ako dito sa industriya natin, talagang parati akong nagtatrabaho. Kung uwi ako, siguro isang araw, 2 araw. Matagal na yung 2 araw. Kung magbabakasyon kami, matagal na yung 3 araw. At parati akong talagang larga ng larga. Pero noong nangyari nga ito, kasi talagang completely medyo wow. Naramdaman ko yung parang pagiging isang full-time father, full-time member of the family. Not just my immediate family, but also yung mami ko, daddy ko, and sabi ko nga, well, yeah, I'm kind of liking this. Medyo wala ako masyadong commitments, and I get to spend time. And nagpapasalamat ako na binigyan ako ng pagkakataon to see my kids grow at a very dito sa, kasi yung chapter na to ng buhay nila, di ba, very very important na kailangan masamahan mo sila dito sa development stage na to. Nung nag-start yung pandemic, yung anak kong lalaki hindi pa gumagapang, tas nakatalon na, di ba, nagma-monkey bar. So parang nagpapasalamat ako na I was able to witness these milestones. But of course, sana, hindi nangyari sa ganitong klaseng context. Diba? Sana hindi nangyari sa ganitong klaseng context. But I am still grateful. I couldn't complain.
Meron siya talagang mga silver lining. As in, like, you get to spend more time with your family. You get, like ako, I get to see Marian, she cooks for, the needy, di ba? Ang galing niya, ang laki ng kawa niya. Napapanood ko yung, like, in the beginning of the lockdown, Your kids, Zia and Ziggy, very beautiful children. So, kailangan, pag maganda yung anak, di ba, parang propagation of the species, di ba? Parang, how many more kids do you want?
Oh, definitely we want more.
Oo, kasi ang dami mong kapatid, di ba? Parang panganay ka ba, Dong?
Panganay of
Oo,
five.
pareho tayo panganay. Tapos ang dami mong kapatid,
So,
apat kapatid mo, di ba? So dapat yung mga,
ayan.
ano, cute. Alam ko yung isa mong sister, taga St. Paul sa QC eh. Kasi parang
Dalawa sila.
barkada ng, parang yung
Dalawa sila
barkada ng
galing St.
sister
Paul.
mo, barkada rin ng friend ko. Anyway,
Mm.
anong feeling mo being a panganay in a time like this? Kasi ang dami mong inaalagaan, di ba?
Well, alam mo yun nga parang kung idadagdag ko sa kwento ko kanina about yung pamilya ko, yung immediate family, parang na-realize ko rin na it is a time for you to rekindle and nurture more the relationships that matter. Di ba? Parang binigyan ka ng oras sige, set aside mo muna lahat, ayusin mo yung mga relationships mo sa mga taong mahalaga sa'yo, di ba? And para sa akin, aaminin ko, marami akong panahon na I wasn't there for them, 'di ba? Kasi syempre, may kanya-kanya na kaming buhay. May trabaho ako, sila may mga asawa na rin. And for example, yung sister ko, her name is Vicky and she's the youngest. Imagine we are parang 18 years apart.
Oh,
so
wow.
parang ganun kalaki yung gap namin. So nung time na lumalaki siya, yun na yung time na kung ano-ano pinagagawa ko sa buhay ko, di ba? Siyempre, kung ano-anong kalokohan. Tapos, siyempre, enjoy dito.
I don't believe it. Meron kang wild stage?
Lahat naman siguro dapat, di ba? Sabi nga ng teacher ko na si Seron, lahat pwede pero hindi lahat dapat.
Diba? Alam mo ba, magkausap kami ni Ron kanina. Ron, can you please give me questions for, mamaya itatanong ko sa'yo. Anyway, grabe, kasi syempre pareho tayo ng school. Nakikita kita bata ka pa lang, kasi sa McDonald's yata kita una nakilala. Tapos, parang naalala mo ba yung sizzling sa, di ba isa lang yung masarap na kainan nung bata pa tayo?
Doon sa cafeteria.
Oo, si sizzling, yung parang punong-puno ng butter. Tapos,
Grabe yun, alam mo yung sizzling na yun? Mahabang pila pag lunch. So, syempre, blockbuster, lahat ng tao nakapila doon. Ngayon, pag medyo late ka, pag ring na yung bell, nakapila ka pa rin, di ba? Parang wala talaga. Tapos yun pa yata yung pinakamahal di ba? Parang magkano
Oo, parang mga 40 pesos yun ng panahon na yun. 49, parang...
yung pack lunch sa pergola nun, mga 20 pesos yata, yung may fried chicken tsaka kanin.
Tapos may uniform tayo, di ba? Nung una ka sa akin sa Pilsen ko, sino to? Ang pogi nitong batang to. 6 to Dantes, ano ka ba? Pang ilang ka? Fifth, sixth?
The third ako the third.
The third ka. Speaking of Ron Kapinding is my teacher in Ateneo. My Filipino teacher in Ateneo. Sabi sa kanya, Ron, baka may gusto kong tanong kay Dong kasi interviewin ko siya. Sabi niya, ay naku, araw-araw kami magkausap. Pero nagtanong, meron siyang 2 questions sa'yo. Ang first question na tatanong ko na sa'yo now, sabi ni Ron Kapinding, besides being an A-list celebrity, you also seek opportunities to elevate the value of technical workers. What is in the core of these different pursuits, considering that you're already very comfortable? Bakit mo pa daw ginagawa yan? Komportable ka na sa buhay mo.
Te-text ko na lang siya. Hindi, parang I think para sa akin kasi it's something that I like doing. It's something that I love doing. I think it's my life's mission to do something that way. And kung saan nagkikita yung aking deep gladness at kung ano yung hunger ng mundo at kahit papaano kung may tutulong yun sa isa't isa, then I will be there. Just like in our work, 'di ba, sa industriya. Gustong-gusto mong umarte, 'di ba? And kapag nabibigyan mong buhay ang isang script, ang saya mo kasi nabibigyan mong justice yung character. At kapag hindi rin, medyo frustrated ka, 'di ba? So, but either way, nandun man ako wala, papatuloy yung kwento.
Let's talk about Yes Pinoy and, #NowPH. What is the idea behind Yes Pinoy? You are the founder of Yes Pinoy. And then, di ba parang meron tayong mga pursuits na NowPH. Talk about that.
Okay. Wow. So si Yes Pinoy, Hindi ko alam saan naman ako mag-uumpisa
Saya-saya
eh.
lang. Happy-happy
Hindi ko alam
lang.
saan ako mag-uumpisa eh. Basta, basta yun.
Okay. Sinabi mo yung mga roles, di ba? Ako, I attended a premiere hosted by Vicky Bello and Ann Curtis was there and it was the premiere for Sid and Aya. Tapos ako kasi, parang syempre napanood ko na yung mga movies mo. Syempre may movie tayo together, ganyan na nagpo-promote ako for Star Cinema. But when I saw Sid and Aya, sabi ko parang, wow, this is so truthful, di ba? Insomniac ka ba?
Alam mo, hindi. Wala naman.
Masarap ka matulog.
Lately. Oo, lately. Grabe.
What time is your bedtime, Dong?
Now, dapat mga 9 o'clock nag-uumpisa
na.
na.
Tama. Sabi ko kay Perry, 8 o'clock, okay na yan.
Tapos biglang mga pipikit na ako. Tapos tatanggalin ko na yung... Dati kasi yung telepono nasa tabi pa eh. Kailangan talagang malayo eh. Malayo sa'yo. Kung hindi malayo sa'yo, talagang sisilip ka pa eh, di ba?
Oo.
So, mga 9 sana, okay na yun. And then, dapat mga 6 o'clock up na ako.
6 o'clock gising. Ang haba ng tulog mo, ha?
Nakakabuo pa ako ng 8.
In fairness.
8 to 9, oo.
You are 40, di ba? At your 40s, parang when you as you get older, you need less sleep, di ba?
But
right. Talk about Sid and Aya, because Sid and Aya for me, parang, di ba? I think it's more your most successful movie. Am I right? Is it your most successful movie?
Well, I think siguro dahil yun isa sa pinakahuli. Isa sa mga well, ayoko siyang ma-qualify when I say successful. Kasi box office it was kind of
super.
And maganda siya, yes, but ako more than those two considerations, yung proseso. So I think successful siya sa aking standpoint dahil sa naging proseso namin. And that is something na dadalhin ko sa akin sa mga susunod din na projects because I think ang dami kong learnings sa team na yon.
What are your learnings working with Ann Curtis?
Well, let me begin with the fact that si Direk Irene kasi siya yung siya yung nag-direct. Yung script na yun, 4 years in the making.
Really?
So
Before kita pa yan?
Oo. Pinabasa niya sa akin matagal na. So sabi niya, gusto kong gawin to. I just don't know kung kailan yung tamang oras, panahon para gawin. And then, 4 years after, sabi niya, ito ulit. So tara, paano? Nabuo yung idea dahil doon syempre nandiyan si Ann at 'di ba naging perfect yung casting. And alam mo yun, pinaka nagustuhan ko kasi yung kultura na pag nasa set ka, collaboration siya. Collaboration siya na kasi that's how she works eh. May act 1, act 2. Hindi mo na niya tatapusin yung act 2, titignan mo na niya pa anong mangyayari sa act 1 and then ano sa tingin niyo, anong interpretasyon mo dito, how do you think this should unfold, etc. And then not even amongst us, kasama rin si director photography na si Pao Rindain, pati ang aming production designer. So parang ka talagang nagja-jamming and in the process, you know, you enjoy it because nakikita mo na, oo nga, nagwo-work siya. Kasi hindi lang parang, eto gawin mo, eto ganyan.
Umiiyak na yung mga anak mo?
Ha?
Hi, Yan!
Hindi, may mag-hi sa'yo. Hi!
Hello!
Yan! Hello! Oh my God, napakagwapo ng mga anak nyo. Gawa pa kayo mga dalawa pa.
Hi, Ziggy! Hey, buddy! Hi, buddy! Say hi, buddy!
Ziggy! Very good looking.
Say hi, buddy!
Hi, Ziggy!
Bro. You also? You also want to say hi too?
Zia! Grabe, pag-artistahin na yan. Hi, Zia!
Pinapanood ka namin. Pinapanood namin sa'yo. Ay, sige, storbo tayo.
Hi! Join ka. How much of you is in Zia? How much of you is in Ziggy? How much of Marian is in Zia? How much of Marian is in Ziggy?
Ewan ko. Si Zia, halimbawa, sobrang pagkabiba. Bibo.
Oo.
Alam ko
Sumasayaw yung mga
alam
anak
ko
mo.
yung
Dong,
alam ko
sumasayaw
yung
yung mga
nanay
anak
niya.
mo.
Alam ko yung nanay niya ganon, pero iba talaga. Iba talaga. Minsan nga, alam mo, nung wala pa akong anak, tinatanong ko, so yung personality ba ng bata ay nade-develop dahil sa pagpapalaki o gano'n na talaga? So, ngayon na nandyan silang dalawa, nakikita mo na very different sila pareho. Although same naman syempre yung aming mga rules dito, pero magkaiba sila and nakakatuwa dahil later on, syempre sila yung tatahak ng mga gusto nilang, di ba, makamit at gawin, di ba? Pero syempre, kailangan nandito kami para
Yung mga
gumabay.
anak mo ba, sumasayaw ba yung mga anak mo?
Oo, si Zia, grabe. Si Zia, grabe. Pero kung sakali man,
Kasing galing mo. Alam mo, never ko maiisip na talagang dancer ka. As in, like, in the time that, we spent in Ateneo, like, never ko maisip na dancer ka. So, yung mga anak mo, naman na yon.
feeling ko sa nanay naman yun. Sa nanay yun. Sa nanay. Kasi ako medyo kailangan ng mga 2 hours rehearsal bago pa mag-perform.
Feeling ko
Pero
sumasayaw ka on your own. Anyway, yung second question ni Ron, kasi diba nag-appearance na siyan, sabi ni Ron, how do you feel about Marian entering into theatrical production? Oedipus Rex, mag-Oedipus Rex siya sa Ateneo, sa TA, sa Tanghalang Ateneo, diba? So how do you feel about, he wants to know how you feel about Marian entering theatrical production.
Sobrang proud ako sa kanya. Parang nung ginawa niya sa Himala. Isang bagay na parang inisip niya, never niyang gagawin. Lalong-lalo na itong pagsabak niya sa teatro. Kasi syempre, this is something that's really far from her imagination. Because talagang yung orientation niya is very television and also sometimes sa movies. And lalo na ngayon na meron siyang mga anak, isipin mo, paano pa siya makakapaggawa ng isang obra sa entablado? Pero ginawang posible ni Ron dahil nilagay niya sa isang napaka-interesting platform, di ba? Yung Oedipus Rex. And may kwento pa dyan. Si Ron na lang magkikwento kung ano yung mga totoong nangyari doon. Pero
go.
It took some sort of convincing para mapa-oo namin si Marian. And true enough, gano'n naman yan. Kapag nag-commit siya sa isang bagay, talagang 1,000% nandyan yan. And nang napapanood ko siya, sobrang proud ako sa kanya. Ang galing. Kasi para I think it's something that is first sa ganitong klaseng genre. And proud ako sa kanya na sumabak siya, pumayag siya. At hindi lang yun, nag-commit siya. Yun naman yung pinakamahalaga doon.
Ikaw ba nag-theater ka ba?
Actually, pangarap ko nga magtanghalang Ateneo noon. Naunahan
Hindi
pa
ka
niya.
ba nag-TA? Hindi ka nag-Lang Sibol? Hindi ka nag-ano?
Well, hindi eh. Pero nag-Ateneo Children's Theater ako. Nung grade 7, nag-ACT ako. Under, syempre, Sir Mr. Singson, kay Mr.
Bernard,
Aguilar.
oo.
Diba? So, pero nung high school, college, hindi na. Kasi nung time na yon nagtatrabaho na ako noon eh. So I was already limiting yung mga extracurricular activities.
Pero yung dancing, nami-miss mo ba yung dancing?
Meron kasi ako genre ng music lang talaga na pag narinig ko, yun yung mamimiss ko eh.
Ano yung genre mo?
Alam mo, yung mga ngayon kasi, wala na. As in, sobrang yung counting ng dancing nila, sobrang ambibilis. Tapos, hindi ko na kaya. Parang, wow. Pero pag mga ganito, ang dali. Diba?
Sasayaw ka ba ngayon? Nag-example ka ba?
Ha?
Mag-example ka ba?
Well, we'll see kung may space. Wait lang. Wala, hindi ko makita eh. Anyway, syempre, yung mga 90s music, di ba? Yung mga okay.
I think you want to dance. Sino mga heroes mo in the 90s? Sino mga heroes mo in the 90s? Musical heroes. Kasi 90s nostalgia na ngayon, di ba?
Okay.
Wait, cheers muna tayo. Dong, cheers tayo.
Cheers.
Ano yung vodka mo?
Kabibili ko lang eh, but ano daw siya, parang 5 times distilled. Nandyan. Hindi ko na tinignan.
Okay.
But
So, who are your...
none of your common brands.
Okay, so
I mean,
shots.
none of the common brands. Hindi, kasi hindi ko rin alam eh. Sabi ko, ano to? Sige, okay yan. None of the common brands. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Pero di ba, like, the 90s nostalgia is making a very good comeback ngayon. Di ba? Parang sobrang sentimental ng mga tao na pinanganak in the 90s. Di ba? Kasi parang everything is cyclical. So, we hear music and then we see everything. Di ba? So, ikaw, like, what makes... I know, like we're both in our 40s. So, okay lang ba sabihin yun? Or parang...
Yeah, of course.
What makes you sentimental these days?
Well, aside from what makes me sentimental, well,
when you listen to music, di ba dun mo maalala parang, oh, fuck,
kaya nga eh.
I remember.
Hindi, pero, hindi kasi parang baliktad siya. Parang kapag, let's say, pagod ka, kapag medyo gusto mo talaga mag-relax, meron akong playlist and puro 90s yun eh. So, nire-reserva ko talaga yon, yung playlist na yon. So, halimbawa, kapag may occasion sa bahay, New Year man yan o birthday, parati ko piniplay yung ano na yung playlist.
Ano nasa
Kasi
playlist mo? Pwede mo ba sabihin?
Oo, ito, buksan ko. Tapos mga bisita, yan na naman. Ang bira.
Ang laki ng bahay
ito,
mo, ah.
May Duran-Duran, di ba? May
Duran-Duran?
Oo, may Guns N' Roses.
Anong Guns N' Roses? Angel? May Angel dyan?
Well, hindi. Puro...
Oh my God! So yung popular lang?
Well, di naman. Pinipili ko rin. Pinipili ko rin yung mga talagang sobrang... Nung high school, yung mga... Nung grade school and high school. Kasi nasa banda ako noon, ng mga time na yun.
I know.
Metallica, of course.
2 years, 3 years yata agwat natin, no? Ilang taon ka na? 40 ka, no?
40. Tapos Toad the Wet Sprocket. Ito, parang halimbawa, Chris Cornell.
All I want.
Yeah, Chris Cornell, one of my favorite singers.
Cheers tayo for Chris Cornell. Kasi
tapos
iba si Chris na nag-audio slave pa siya eh.
Nung kinanta niya tong kantang to. Pakinggan mo to.
Lakasan mo dong.
Sure, alam mo to.
Lakasan mo dong. Baka maiyak ako.
Bakit ang hina? Yan.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days.
Oh my God, hindi ko alam yung version na yan.
Di ba? May version sa niya.
I am the highway. I am the highway.
Anong gusto mo? Anong gusto mo?
Audio slave, I am the highway.
Yeah, of course.
Diba? Solid din.
Okay yan.
Nalungkot ka nung namatay siya.
Yeah.
Parang like, yung understanding nung mga parang tayo na buhay nung 90s, like the 90s, defined who we are. Like when Chris Cornell died, parang it was something that really, really, crushed our hearts. Parang it reached into you and it crushed our hearts. And it made us realize na parang, okay, so like where did the time go? Parang tayong lahat, parang, okay, that was my youth. It was equivalent to my youth. That's why it's so painful.
Yes. And parang suddenly biglang it opened so many memories of these important chapters. Like, parang di mo ba naisip minsan, may mga kanta na pag narinig mo, very, very clear yung memory nung kung kailan mo siya naririnig nung time. Parang halimbawa, kasi may carpool ako noon pauwi para.
Saka mo nakatira dati, Quezon City ka lang, di ba?
So Cubao ako, tapos malapit lang naman. Pero inaantay ko kasi matapos yung, marami kami sa carpool nun, siguro mga 1, 2, 5 yata, 6. So inaantay namin matapos yung pinsan ko sa Miriam. So mga 5 o'clock siya natatapos. So, umuwi kami, late na. So yung mga pag nakadungaw ka sa bintana, yung mga gantong tunog na naririnig mo.
Sige, mo. Sige, magpatugtog ka.
Di ba? Sobrang clear ng memory. Na parang, ganyan, na parang, wow. Sabi ko, naalala ko nang nakadungaw ako sa Aurora Boulevard. Parang pinapanood ko yung,
Madami ka girlfriend sa Miriam, di ba?
Ano lang ako, syempre, ano lang,
Sikat ka sa Miriam. Ano ka ba? Sikat ka sa Miriam?
Ito.
Ay, Dong, gusto kitang tanongin ng serious question. Pang last question ko na, pero parang nagiinuman na kasi tayo eh. So,
Sige,
tanongin kita ng serious question para like mag-inuman na lang tayo later.
Okay.
Gusto ko kasi ipakita na isa kang very insightful and very smart. Para naman lumabas yung pagka-Atenista natin. Kasi yung mga taga-Ateneo nanonood sa similo, ano ba yan, ang bobo-bobo naman ang conversation nila. Anyway, in the Gidon in 1968. This was just before they announced martial law. There were 4 Ateneans that published this statement. It was a very, very long manifesto, but it was recently, not naman recently, 2014, to be fair, in the age of President Aquino. And it was published in a billboard in Ateneo. It says in the manifesto, in the Gidon of 1968, we find the Ateneo today irrelevant to the Philippine situation because it can do no more than service the power elite. How do you feel about this statement? Can I ask what your reaction is to this statement? And, given that, everything is cyclical, diba, in the political landscape that we have now, what do you think is the relevance of being an Atenean at a time like this? Cheers tayo muna kasi may hirap yung tanong.
Well, hindi. Ako, I want to be more practical about it. Okay. I think, ang operative statement na sinabi mo ay, at a time like this. And at a time like this, the lines are blurred. Okay? Wala nang kinalaman kung saan ka galing, kung ano ang gusto mo, ano yung maging proseso mo. Because from now moving forward, hawak mo kung ano ang magiging kinabukasan. Okay, this is my point. Just recently, pinag-usapan namin ng asawa ko kung ano kaya yung magiging education ng anak namin.
Anak mo, oo.
Lalagay ba natin sa ganito, sa traditional school versus this type of school, etc. And syempre, nag-evaluate ka ng values, di ba? And what I'm trying to say is that at a time like this, even these institutions, no matter how deep the history is in terms of values, syempre, nag-a-assess din sila kung paano sila dito sa kasalukuyang mundo natin. And I think malaking bagay kasi talaga yung tahanan, di ba? The role of the family, the role of the guidance of the parents sa pagpapalaki ng lahat ng tao, lalong-lalo na mga kabataan. Especially now because isipin mo, lahat ng mga kabataan ngayon nasa device, 'di ba? Ang ginagamit nila ay ang kanilang laptop, yung kanilang mobile phone. Yung iba nga naghahati-hati sa isang mobile phone, 6 silang magkakapatid. 'Di ba? Pero ang tanong diyan, kung ano yung content, hindi mo masasabing absolutely ma-absorb ng bata lahat yun. So malaking role pa rin yung ginagawa ng ating magulang. Kaya sinasabi ko, of course, hindi natin tatanggalin yung values ng ginawa ng lahat ng institusyong ito. Sobrang grateful ako sa ginawa sa akin. Hanggang ngayon, bit ko yan. In fact, karamihan ng kung ano meron ako ay dahil doon
Man for others kasi ka talaga. Oh my God.
Diba? So, hindi mo matatanggal yon. Pero I think nare-reinforce din kasi yon kapag uwi mo. Sa nakikita mo, sa ginagawa ng mga tao sa kapaligiran mo. So, and I think hindi talaga dapat one way lang yung education. It always has to be reinforced at home. And right now, what is happening is that mas influential at powerful ngayon yung home versus kung ano yung itinuturo ng mga paaralan na ito.
Ng mga establishments, yes.
Ng mga establishments na ito. So that's what I meant when I said blurred na yung lines. Just like kapag nasa set ka, dati sabi mo, ano lang ako, artista lang ako dito. Wala akong gagawin, tatayo lang ako, arte ako. Pero hindi na, minsan nagiging gaffer ka. Minsan nagiging ano ka.
Ikaw,
so,
gaffer?
Hindi ako, pero nakikita ko na maraming taong gumagawa nun. Bakit? Kasi limited na yung budget. So, you assume so many roles. 'Di ba? So parang that's what I'm trying to say. And siguro sa panahon na ganito, hindi mo kasi ang sinasabi mo, they attribute that certain type of thinking only to a certain type of a demographic dito sa ating lipunan.
Yes.
Pero
And this was like 1968 Gidon,
Yes.
ha? Like
Yes,
parang
pero ang sinasabi mo ngayon, how does it apply nowadays? So
That's
I don't
true.
want to really look back. I don't want to look back. But what I can say is how it has affected me. And I'm very much grateful and thankful kasi kung wala yung mga values na yon, hindi yun mga values na yun na ituturo ko sa mga anak ko.
That's
And
true.
I'm happy that even my father and my mother at that time, nakisama sila doon sa ganong klaseng type of or types of values. So hindi ako nalito, 'di ba? So moving forward, what do we have now? 'Di ba? We have the institutions, yes, but what is more powerful now is the home. So I think yun talaga yung masasabi nating magka-craft at mag-hone sa kung ano man ang magiging kinabukasan ng mga bata. Elite man o hindi, yun nga dapat wala na rin yung demarcation na yun, 'di ba? So
Power elite.
this situation now levels the playing field, and sana lang talaga mas mabigyan ng opportunity yung mga bata at saka yung mga estudyante na magkaroon ng quality education kasi nakakalungkot. Like what I mentioned kanina, sabi isang pamilya, 6 sila nag-share sa isang device.
Isang iPad, yes.
And imagine, there are parents na nagtatrabaho. So paano nila nasusupervise yung kanilang mga anak? And it's not easy because I just have one kid, you know, na nag-zoom tapos pag nagpapanik. Buti na lang si Marian is there and she's very happy. Pero 'di ba? So it's not going to be easy for everyone, but as long as we remain focused and committed, okay naman yan.
It's not going to be easy, but you know, we roll with the times. This happened to happen in our lifetimes, and it's something that, you know, like for people that, you know, have children, mas kailangan na alalay kasi parang lugi sila kasi parang walang social interaction. They didn't have, you know, the learnings that we had as children, diba? Pero it doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean that they're gonna have like less of an education, diba?
That's true.
Parang the education starts from home, diba? What can you say to the parents, you know, that, you know, stay at home? Parang naging serious na ayoko maging serious conversation. So parang ano gusto mo pag-usapan natin in the last 10 minutes.
Gusto mo ganun Ano tayo?
Para masyado na tayo naging relevant. Patagtog ka na lang na Dong, anong pinapakinggan mo ngayon kapag senti ka? Sige, hanapin mo yung playlist mo.
Well, ako talagang ang go-to ko parati mga Eraserheads eh. Mga Eraserheads eh.
Favorite Eraserhead?
Siyempre.
Raymond.
Teka lang, wait lang. Gusto ko yung Alapaap eh. Alapaap.
Marunong ka kumanta? Marunong ka ba kumanta?
Marunong naman, pero medyo bano.
Wait, kailan mo nalaman na magaling kang sumayaw?
Actually, hindi ko pa nga alam eh.
Di ba nag-start ka as a dancer?
Oo. Hindi, ano lang. Ano ba? Kailan ba? Pag na-enjoy ko siya. Pag na-enjoy ko siya.
Hindi mo siya namimiss?
Service. Kaya nga nung sa Starstruck recently, binigyan kami chance to dance on stage again and medyo na-enjoy ko siya.
Talaga?
So, siguro to answer your question, kailan ko nalamang, sabi mo, magaling? Ano sabi mo?
Kailan mo nalaman na magaling ka magsayaw?
Hindi ko nalalamang magaling, pero nararamdaman kong okay kapag masaya ako. Magkaiba yun. Parang pwede namang feeling magaling, pero kahit hindi.
Kilala ko yan. That's the guy from my school. Parang ganun yung level, di ba? Oy, Dong, saan sa tingin mo pupunta yung industry natin?
Sa totoo lang, di ko alam. But ako, I am not losing my hope because I believe in the talent. I believe in all the people that are in the industry. if people pivot and if people adapt, what more people in the creative industry? So, meron at merong paraan, meron at merong gagawin at magiging solusyon. Ang tanong na lang is how exciting.
What is the secret to being this long-standing, zero scandal, institutional figure in our industry? Ano yung secret? What is the secret that you are this, parang A-list actor and everything na parang everybody that everyone admires? What is the secret?
I don't know how to answer that. Maybe I'm not that person.
You are. Paano kaya yun?
No, I
Diba?
don't think so.
You don't
I
think
don't think so. I don't think so.
Anyway, we have been talking for an hour. Can you believe it? 1 hour na tayo nag-uusap.
Galing. So anong plano mo sa iyong 5th season?
Ewan. Baka si Marian. Pwede ba si Marian?
Oh, sabihin natin.
I'm sure marami siya
Baka
ikikwento.
biglang may baon niya na mga kanyang himala na di ba? Mga himala.
Wait.
Dialogue.
Ano na lang yung finale song mo? Like, 'di ba? For like ano yung pwede mong i-dedicate na song para sa ating mga nanonood?
Sige, para medyo good vibes naman tayo.
Sige, good vibes tayo. Kailangan mo kantahin, sabayan mo. Yan talaga yung generation natin, no? Yan talaga.
Diba?
Oo.
Awit ba ang aawitin o gilid?
Hanggang chorus dong,
Okay na yun. Diba?
Salamat.
Cheers,
Good
cheers.
night. That time mo na 9 o'clock, 9:02.
Yeah. Teka lang. Paano ba to? G3, more power to you. Sana marami kang parating mapasaya sa pamamagitan ng iyong mga storya at sa iyong IG live at sa lahat ng ginagawa mo. Pati na rin dyan sa mga nakatagong kung ano ba yung may dyan sa likod mo. Ang daming damit.
Wala, mga lang yan, closet lang yan.
Yeah.
Sabihin mo sa akin kung kailan ka na sa bar mo. Kailangan natin mag-shot.
Yeah. Oh, sige. Pero hindi pa ako nakakabalik eh. Pero
Kaya nga, pag bumalik ka.
Yes.
Salamat,
Alright.
Dong. Salamat.
Ingat
Thank you
parate,
so much for being my season ender. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the industry. Thank you so much for what you do to our people. Diba? Parang maraming salamat. You are a social entrepreneur. You are somebody that helps actors. You are somebody that, that constantly, guides people into becoming who they really are supposed to be. I thank you for being a man for others. Tama? Yun ba yung natin? Nalito na ako. But thank you so much.
Tama ka doon.
But thank you so much for giving me an hour of your time. Thank you so much for everything.
Walang anuman, G3. Ingat ka parate. And sa lahat ng mga mga nanonood, ingat sila parate. I am definitely a work in progress and it's an honor and privilege to be here in your show.
Thank you.
Cafe or page or whatever you call it.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.